What's up, everybody? My name is Brascus, and welcome back to The Witness. So, we're back here. I believe I'm still trying to figure out this last one. Sadly, I did not have time to do what I said I was going to do and cut out little slips of paper or something so that I could arrange these in front of me. So, I'm just going to have to give this the best shot I've got. So, please bear with me. I may have to cut out a lot of the parts where I'm sitting there picturing things in my head or tracing with my finger to try and solve them, but here we go. Okay, so looking at this one, I've got one shape that basically goes 3 by 3, one shape that goes down by 3, and this one here is basically 2 to a side. So if I can try and fit all of those together into a shape, that's probably for the best. So I'm picturing like 2 here, and it looks like I can fit 4 across, basically. How am I going to do that? Let's see. I could try and do 3 and 3 and 2 and 2, but I have to remember that I need to get all of the various symbols together in one category. So I have to be able to trace them in approximately this shape. So maybe I could do 3 and 2 and 2 and 3, something like that. No, that's probably not going to work, but let's see. Alright, so there would be... How in the hell am I going to do this? Okay, so if I were to do like that, to maybe make the 3, or better yet, the 2. Well, then again, here's another question, because, let's see, this one I basically just combined them, so you had 4 across, and 3 and 1, so that those two sort of merged to make the L shape. Do these 2 have to be over there, or can I combine them and basically put them there and there? Do I have to leave empty space in the middle, I guess, is the next question. So in theory, maybe I could do those 2 to make the 4, and then leave... Well, no, that's not going to work either. Let's see, 3 by 3. Okay, guys. I've been muddling over this already, and I feel like I've been sitting here just yammering for, well, I guess about 3 minutes. Okay, let me try some stuff, and I will get back to you when I figure it out. So, hang tight. 3 there, so like... Oh! Okay. Alright, there's one figured out, and I'm already getting a little bit... yeah. Puzzle games like this make me feel dumb, and I wish that they wouldn't. Okay, let's take a look at these ones now. What in the hell? Okay, alright, what happens if I just trace that? Okay, so it still leaves me with 4. Does that maybe mean that it can be traced in either direction? So could I do that? I'm guessing that means it can be either vertical or horizontal. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Okay. So if that one could be traced basically like that, that would be 1. Could I just flip them over and do it that way? No. So that doesn't work, because they still have to at least, I guess, be angled the right way. Or did I... Because that's what I was doing. Which is enough squares, but it doesn't go the right way. So this one was tilted that direction, and I did it straight up. This one was tilted that direction, I did it straight up. So these ones are tilted the other way. Do I need to maybe do them down somehow? Like over 3 and up like, well, maybe more like that? No. See, that would be like one right there. But I can't get to the other one that same way, especially because this, you know, blocks off in the middle like that. Okay, let's try from the other direction, maybe. So from, like, here, what if we went over from there? Or, sorry, down, over, up, over by 2, and then maybe this one was down by 2 and over by 1, but that one's cut off there, so I don't know how I would do that. Could I do, like, up like that, and then, I don't know, it's up 2 and over 2. 1, 2, but I can't get over there to do by over 2. How do I do it? Okay, hold on, guys. You know the drill at this point. Is it really that simple? Huh. Okay, well, I guess we got that one figured out there, guys, but I don't fully understand why that worked. I just started trying to add in the shapes together, and since you could do 4 and 4, you know, that seemed to work. But I don't really get why that worked. Okay, so let's look at this one. I just need basically to complete the shape. But I'm betting that... So I can't draw it that way, because there's no way for me to get around it. Well, that doesn't... Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I need to try that the other way, or I'll never be able to get around it. Can I do it this way? Well, no, because there's no way to get through there. But how would I even... What? Because I, like, need to make the shape, but I can't draw it without somehow getting stuck. What in the hell? Hold on a minute. How does that make any sense at all? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm doing that one too far. Aren't I? Because I don't have to put it in... That's the other thing. I always need to remember. I don't have to put the shape in the middle of whatever I'm drawing. So what if... But I can't trace it there. And I can't trace it this way and come back to it. And I can't get over. So I've got to try and go... So can I go that way? Okay. So that one wasn't as bad. But still is confusing. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so there's obviously different colored squares. The red one is sunk. The purple one looks like it'll take me somewhere. Where's the blue one go? That's got to be like a rotation thing. It's a way to get you around faster, I guess. So I need to come here then and solve these ones. Okay, let's see. So... Oh, man. Alright. Well, last time I saw one of these, I was able to draw it basically by 4. I just need to be able to use that in the appropriate shape to grab what I need. Alright, so maybe I need to do... Alright, the only way I'm going to be able to get this is if I come down to grab it. So I feel like maybe the 4 needs to go right here. which means I still need the L shape, which I could get right there, and the 3 bend, which could fit like right here. So can I do that for the L? That's 2 by 2. Then the 4 down here, come up to here, and include the 3 shape right there. Now why didn't that work? Because it gives me 3, it gives me 4, and it gives me 2 by 2. So what did I do wrong? Is it because I drew the thing vertically? Does it have to go horizontally, maybe? Maybe that's what these mean? In which case, that would be right, maybe, but then the other one wouldn't be. So could I do like 3 here, and then maybe 4 up on top, and the L shape right here? Not sure how I would even do that, though, and draw it all in there, because I can't outline it that way. Okay, hold on, guys. I'm going to go back and look at those other puzzles. I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so did I draw the other one incorrectly? Because I thought I had that one. What did I do originally? I came up here, and I drew the L piece right there. And then I went down by 1, 2, 3, 4, and I grabbed all of that. And then I came up and grabbed the 3 there. So why didn't that work? Because if I look at this, it's like right here. There's that same L piece. And I can still trace down 1, 2, 3, 4 to grab all of that one right there. So that's the same as that 4 piece in the top left corner. And then I just add those 3 to it. But that doesn't work. But see, there's the L, there's the 4, and there's the bend. So why didn't that work? But this seems to, because there's the L shape, and then up here I just make that shape that way and grab the 4 there, and that works. So why does that... I don't... It feels like 2 identical solutions, and I don't understand why my solution doesn't work but theirs does, and that's frustrating. I don't like that. Okay, let's see. 4, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. God, I'm going out of my mind on these. Okay, let's try this one next. Okay, so maybe I need to just stop trying to put them all together. Like that, they feel like that's what we've been taught by those other ones, but it's not working here. I need to try and break them up somehow. Okay, so I need to get a block of 3, and I need to get an L shape there. So can I just like put those 2 together? Well, no, not quite, because that would give me like basically 6 and then like an L hanging off of it. Maybe I can break them up the other way. So like, can I grab... Well, no, hold on. Let me look at these other ones. So in all of my other examples, any of the time I've completed a... So I need to at least draw them in the shape that they are. Like, I can't take these 2... I couldn't, like, draw a 6 block here and then, like, merge these 2 L shapes into another block somewhere else and have it work. These 2 have to be drawn together, one way or another. At least that's what all of these other examples have been teaching me. So, how many ways can I draw an L shape here? Like, I can't draw it going this way, because I'm cut off there. But if I come here, I could grab the L shape that way. So right now I'm going to come just operate under the assumption that I need to make an L right here. Or right here, if I need space the other way for some reason. Or I guess even right here, theoretically, but I don't feel like I'll have the room to do that. So what I'm thinking is, if I do the 3 here... well, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So there's the 3. That's 6 right there. Then in theory I could do that to make one shape somehow. But then I don't have the room on top here to draw out that piece. Like any way you cut it, I'm not going to be able to get there. So that's not the right way to draw those out. So if we go up by like that, I could fit it like right here. But again, same problem, because I don't have enough room to come down to draw it there if I do that. Maybe I can grab those. I don't know, because then I can't... Okay, let's try the other way. Let's try doing this way. Damn it, I can't do that either. Let's try doing that. Okay, so there's those. And then grab those ones right there. And then come over here. Damn it! It doesn't work either because I need to get down by 2. Okay, but there's the 6 right here, and the L shape down below it. So can I draw that piece as part of this whole thing, like right there? Okay, we got one to work. Alright, sweet. And frustratingly enough, that would be what I was always trying to do in the first place. Okay, so, oh boy. Alright, so with these ones the way they are, if I were to put them together, they would produce a shape pretty much a plus shape, right? Well, no, because there's 3 on each side, so each one of them would have... It would actually be drawn more like 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then... like that. Oh, but they can... I think they can be... Okay. So I can put the 2 of them together and get one of these shapes. I mean, the one on top, the little singular dot, and the 3 could make that shape. Could I somehow combine that with the one down below? Like I could stick it on the end. Oh, but wait a minute, no, because I have to be able to draw this in a way that it grabs all of them, or at least 2 of them together. So like I could do 3 over here, and then 3 over here, and then come up here. But if I try to do that, I need a way to grab those. So could I maybe even go... What if I made that an end piece? And like grab that? Well, no, because that doesn't... Okay, I'm going to figure this out, guys. Back in a minute. Oh my god. Alright, what did that open? I don't even care. I'm just moving on. Ugh. Okay. Out into the darkness. Alright, so conventional wisdom says that... No. Wait, what? Three minus 1? Is that what that did? Like, created 2? Okay. So if that's what that does, then it's just a math problem, so that's still 2. That would be that, wouldn't it? No? Oh, I probably still have to draw them together. Okay. What? Okay, so that'd be like 1, 2, 3... Somehow that would be like an entire... How would you even draw all of those together? I guess they just have to be in the same area, so it'd be like that, but minus 2 of them. No? Because that would be 1. 2 of them together would be 2. 3. 4. And the whole thing would just be like that. What? Do I need to cut it off the other way? That's what it is. Okay, I just had the... Okay. We're good. What? Like that, maybe? How would you draw that shape? Like, to get them all in there, I feel like you'd need to do that. You'd cut out one in the middle somewhere. Alright, can I get anywhere else in here? No. Okay. So see, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, but this doesn't make sense. I've never even drawn a shape like that before. I've always combined them together. But I don't know how you draw a shape and leave out the middle. It would be like that, somehow. But that's not a shape you can draw. So, how in God's name is that supposed to work? How? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on a minute. Because I essentially need to hollow out the middle, and I can use that to get in there. So can I do, like... Wait a minute. Sorry, hold on. So what happens if I come over here and, like, come up this way? Or, like, that? No, wait a minute. I feel like I was onto something up here. So what if I did that and then like that? Ah, okay. Can I do that any other way? Like, what if I rotated that 90 degrees? Would that still work? Well, no, because I draw up and over and then down. And going the other way... Like, I'd basically go up to here and then down here. Well, let's try it that way. Just for my own sanity, I want to make sure that I'm not totally crazy. Like, I could do the same thing this way, right? Yes. Okay. So I just have to basically... That's what it's subtracting. Just subtract one from the outside so you can hollow out the core. Essentially. Okay, so what did that do for me? I don't... Huh. It's interesting. I can actually see under the ground. Or below the water, at least. Like it's down there somewhere. It's hard to see exactly, but there's a window down there, apparently. Okay, so this is that platform that rotates. Is there anywhere over here that still has puzzles I need to solve? Oh, I'm gonna look at this again. Somebody mentioned that this boat had, like, hints on it somehow. Huh. Okay, so these are, like, I guess telling me the types of puzzles that are solved in the various areas? So right now, we're in the swamp doing the Tetris piece thing. So we're over here. So that right there, I believe, is that tower up there. We solved those. The one down below there and the one right up there. I remember that. That's like the platforms that we were walking on. I remember seeing the hexagonal one. I don't believe we solved it. It looks like a, I don't know, a tree? I don't know what that is. See the tree in a couple of places. I don't know. Don't want to get too diverted yet. I need to keep paying attention to what I'm doing. Alright, I think I was over here before, and I don't remember there being any puzzles or anything to solve out this way. This is just sort of a... Alright, there is a puzzle here, which I'm pretty sure just gets me across over there, but I've been over there coming down from up there, and there was nothing over that way. So let's go to the rotating... Wait, have I been back here? Where's this go? So far... nowhere. Did I come back here? I think I've been back here. Yeah, I remember the treehouse. This takes me like... Yeah, okay, I have been back here. Never mind. Well, we can still get where we're going from that way. Have I been down there? No, I don't think I've been down here. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I have not been down here. Wait, I have been down here. I solved one puzzle down here. Or is this one already solved for me? Huh. Okay. I feel like I solved that. Oh, that's the bridge control, isn't it? Isn't that the same puzzle as the bridge control that's up here? Yeah, that's the exact same puzzle. So why, what would be the... I guess let's try solving it the other way from down below and see what happens. So it would be the reverse. It would be like that. Grab those three, come back here, come down, and then up and down and over. So it retracts it. I still don't understand what the purpose of that is, but it's... I guess maybe it's so you can operate it if you're not on the platform. Why? I guess to call it back over if you're on this side for some reason. Alright. So let's look at this. Okay, so this one would basically be 4 and over, but subtract the 1, so I guess it would only go up 1, 2, 3? But how would I even do that? Okay, so we'll go like up by 3, but that would still want to go on top. We need to grab the 4 down below first. And then go up by 1, 2, 3. Well, that doesn't work. Okay. How would I do this? I almost want to like subtract 1 from out of the middle. Like do that. But that doesn't let me complete the thing either, because if I do that, there's no way to finish coloring in the shape. And I can't, like, do the reverse, can I? Actually, maybe I can. So that would be the shape right there, wouldn't it? No. Plus, this isn't part of it at that point, so that ruins it too, because I still have to draw it as part of the shape. So I feel like it needs to be like that, and then up by 3 somehow, but I also need to cut the other side out. So it'd be like that, and then 1, 2, 3, and then over by 4. There we go. Okay, so I got that one. Let's see. Let's try this one next. So this one needs to have 2 of them removed. They have to go in the same orientation. I think that's what the tilted ones are, is like you can rotate them, but these ones seem to have to be standard. So that'd be like, basically it would be 2. Like these 2 are going to make up this shape. So it would need to be like the 4 on the bottom, and then the 2 up here, and then like that. But that doesn't keep this shape as part of it, so that doesn't work either. I can't even go up by 2 and then grab the 4 on top, because that doesn't work either. How do I even get up that high without... Like, if you're going to subtract 2, maybe you could subtract one of them off the bottom of this, so it would only go over by 3. So it'd be like over 3 and up 3, and then like that? Well, no, because then you're cutting that one. Okay, so let's try going like this. Over 3, well, over 2, up 3, like that. There we go. Okay, so I got that one. All right, the subtraction ones make sense to me. So this one's working out a lot faster. Okay, so this one, I need to take 1 from somewhere. Well, it doesn't make sense to take it out of the middle, because that just doesn't work. I need to go over by 4. I need to be able to go up all the way. So if I go over 2, down 1, 2, 3, and over 2. Is that right? No, sorry. 2 by 3 by 2. So that's the shape right there. And then take the bottom 3. But I think I need to actually do it that way somehow, because if I do from here, I don't have a way to, unless, can I do it like that? Ha ha ha! Okay, so now we're on to this one. I gotta pull 4 blocks out of this. Huh. Okay. I don't... Wait, hold on. So God... I'm honestly at a loss for how I even solved that. Like, I had it in my head 2 seconds ago, and I traced the pattern, and I got it right, and I don't remember why that was right. I've totally lost track of where all the pieces were in my head, and I can't figure it out again. How did that work? Okay, hold on, because that was... I've got the one piece there, and the other one was... Ah, I hate this. It's like when I was in elementary school and my teachers would ask me to show my work, and I could get the right answer, but I could never show them, I could never figure out how I got to the answer. That's an actual thing, by the way. I found that out when I went and took like a Myers-Briggs personality test or something like that. The counselor that was giving it out basically said that's a thing. That you can find an answer and see the solution, but you don't necessarily understand how you arrived at the solution. And that's driving me insane right here. That's what I did here. I don't know how I did it. Oh, this is maddening. Okay. All right. How am I going to do this one? I don't even understand what I'm looking at. How would I... Okay, so I think I need to use these to basically hollow out a space for this one and make it solid. Which... What? How does that even make sense? Like, if it's in a checkerboard pattern like this, it's like, okay, so it's like these ones here, and these ones here, and these ones here. So I could pull out, you know, using these, I could make space, like just subtracting this one. That would make sense, or space for this, to fill in right here, which would basically look like... I guess I'd have to haul out 2. But it would look like that. But then there's still missing pieces, like up here, that shouldn't be there, that are somehow, or something like that. Okay, so hold on. I think I was onto something there. So I can do that. Okay, so that one's gone. It's like these 2 need to be here, minus the third one up there in the top right corner. I use the blue dots to subtract this square and this one in the... Well, I don't even need to subtract that one in the corner, do I? Because I could just do this. So just subtracting the middle one here with the blue square gives me access to all of this. Which just leaves this one and this one. Which I can basically grab by doing that. But then I need to subtract a couple more because I've got like these 2 here that need to go out. Because I have to include this shape. This square has to be part of the shape. So maybe I need to do this in a different place. So I could instead eliminate this one, keep that, and eliminate that. Keep that, but that doesn't let me eliminate this one above it. Like, I can't pull that one out of there if I do that. Alright guys, you know the drill. This is going to take me a while. I'm going to have to like draw it out and figure out which ones to move. And then like that. Jesus. Okay. Alright. Okay, so that's solved. Where does this blue line go, if anywhere? Does this trace... I'm going to follow this. I want to see what this lit up. I'm about done with this episode, though. Looks like it goes all the way over there. Wait. There were 2 of these. Where does... Have I been down here yet? No, I've not been down here. Well, how in God's name would you do that? Like that? I guess if you're subtracting the shape itself, it would just be, like, nothing. Alright, I'm going to try and do these ones real quick to see if I can figure this out, just to kind of call it. But, let's see. So that one... no. There's too many shapes there for me to figure this out, and I've already gone on long enough for this. Okay, so... I kind of want to draw up some thoughts on this whole thing. I'm having a very serious love-hate relationship with this game. I love the concept, and I love the environment, and I love the exploration of it. And I really like the whole, you know, discovering it as you go and solving your way through the landscape, and solving puzzles reveals more of the environment. I like the concept of all of that. And I'm sure that there are people who are more puzzle game inclined who are thrilled to be doing this. You know, this is just like their bread and butter. But situations like this are why I was personally never able to really get into the Myst games. Because the connections that I'm supposed to be making are not obvious leaps for me. I mean, the first set of puzzles, way over on the other side of the island, totally made sense to me because, like I mentioned to you guys before, I'm a very spatial thinker. So looking at a maze and drawing a line through the maze was simple enough for me. And then giving me an element of a few dots in the pathway and realizing that I need to trace over all the dots made total sense. So that was fine. It was a natural evolution of my thought process, and I made my way through it. And then they gave you the dual lines, like you're seeing right here. I'm trying to look right at it with that boathouse there down to the south and up there at the north, where it was 2 lines and you're tracing both lines at the same time. And that made sense to me. But this, like, Tetris puzzle one, I'm smashing my head against the wall trying to figure this out. And I do eventually get there, but I don't always understand why it works. And I don't always understand how the pieces fit together. And even these subtraction ones, you know, I think it was the other one? It's one back here, I think. Let me go back to these. So, like, I don't fully understand how this works, because, like, right here, this to me says, like, no shape should work. And look at that, no shape works. But at the same time, I just excluded the shape, and somehow that worked. So it's like whether you leave all of them or you exclude one of them, it's the same solution. But if you try and draw through the middle, that doesn't work. Like, I don't get how some of these work, and it's just not a natural evolution of my brain, of my thought process to figure these out. So, like, I guess I can get there eventually, but I'm smashing my head against the wall trying to make it work. I have been recording this episode for over an hour at this point, just trying to get this done. And that's just one episode. And I guess The Witness to me is a game that sounds good on paper, but the puzzles are just not something that my brain is equipped to handle. And it's more frustrating to me than it is fun to try and solve some of these. Like, I really, really want to see what happens, and I really want to use a guide to do it. Because the reward that I'm getting from solving these doesn't even always feel like I found the solution, like I did with that one that was over here somewhere. I already forget where it was. I think it was the one that was underwater back this way. I had the solution in my head for half a second, and I figured it out, but then I couldn't figure out why I figured it out. It wasn't that one. I don't even remember. It was around here somewhere. So I'm not even getting the gratification of, ooh, I figured it out, because I find a solution somehow, and I still don't know how I got to that solution, which means that it doesn't really help me figure out the next puzzle after that either. So, I don't know, guys. I want to keep going on this to an extent, but if I can't do it on my own and enjoy it, then I don't really know if I want to keep going at it, because it's just not designed in a way that's intuitive for everyone. And again, I'm sure that there are some of you out there who stared at this for like 4 seconds and was like, oh, well, I'll bet these puzzle pieces just fit together, and I'll bet that the rotated ones, or the angled ones, means you can rotate the shape, and I'll bet that, was it that one that I just wasn't able to find? I don't remember. It's like looking at this right now, like this one is a perfect example of this. I may have found the solution to that. Looking at that shape, I don't know how I found that. I don't even get how that works. I don't understand how these fit together in a way that constructs that. I just don't get it. So I guess maybe I need to try and look at some of the different puzzles and see if they're more to my personal ability. But my own brain isn't personally puzzle inclined enough to understand how all of these mechanics work. I don't even understand how to kind of voice what I'm trying to say. I just feel like I'm repeating nonsense. The game itself is very well done, but I just don't have a brain that can figure it out, and I don't understand it, and that's more frustrating than anything. If I have a puzzle and I know the rules, like if I can read the rules that explains what the goal is, I have no problem with it. I used to love those like logic puzzles where you were like outlining. You'd get like a grid, and you'd read the confusing clues. You know, Bob is third from the right. Janet is sitting next to Steve. You know, where is Ted? Kind of a thing. I used to have fun with those because I could logic my way through them and mark them all out. I understood the rules, and so I could follow those and find the solution. And it was still challenging. You still had to think about it and kind of theorize and posit what you thought the answer was, but eventually you could arrive at a conclusion. But these really abstract puzzles where I just show up and they're like, here's a piece, and you go, great, I'm drawing a line. How does a Tetris piece relate to a line? That's not a leap my brain automatically makes. I mean, I was praising it for its sort of natural puzzle evolution on the other side with the line drawing. I was like, that all makes sense. Find my way from the start to the finish, great. Find my way to the start to the finish through the dots, great. Now I have 2 lines, better find those simultaneously through it, awesome. Well, I know that I was simultaneously finding my way through it, so as this line fades out, I'll bet you I still have to do that even though I can't see the other line. All of that perfectly led me from point A to point B to point T to point D, and I could follow that natural progression all the way through the puzzles. But it's because the basic elements were already there. A line, start to finish, is a maze. Everyone's familiar with a maze. Everybody's familiar with tracing a path. And the rest of those are easy to extrapolate from there. And so I know the rules and I understand how the puzzle works. But then I get to ones like this, or the hexagon one that I found in that other place, or the like black and white squares that you're trying to include or exclude in the path that you're drawing. Those don't naturally relate to a maze, so I don't understand the rules, I don't understand the puzzle, and I just get more and more frustrated trying to understand something that I don't have. I just don't have a grasp on it. So, I don't know. I guess I've talked on a lot about this, and I don't want people to feel like I'm ragging on this game, because I do like it a lot, but I feel like this is something that I would almost rather watch someone who knows what they're doing play through and solve. I want to discover more of it, but the discovery is more interesting to me than the puzzles are at this point, because the puzzles are just maddening. And it's not because they're poorly crafted or because the game is badly designed. I just personally feel like my brain doesn't work in a way that lends itself to these puzzles. So, okay, I'm going to stop talking and ranting about it. The bottom line is, I like the game. It's well crafted, it's well designed, it's a good game. And the mystery is good, the environments are gorgeous, the sound effects are good. I have very little to complain about the core mechanics. I'm just not the person that this game was intended for because I don't understand the puzzles. So if you guys really want me to keep going, I will probably keep going, but I'm going to have some sort of helpful material, you know, so that when I've tried to beat a puzzle on my own for like 5 to 10 minutes and I just can't understand it, I can look at a guide, find the solution, and move on to the next one. Or even just start blowing my way through these puzzles to see the mystery unfold, because that's the part that I want. That's the part of the game that I like. So I'll keep playing if you guys want, but I just don't think I can do it without having a guide or something there. Because if it's not fun for me, I don't feel like it's going to be fun for you guys. And I'm not... It's not devoid of fun for me, but I'm not having a great time either. So I don't have any idea how long I've been complaining about this, so I'm sorry if I've been going on for a really long time. But at any rate, thank you guys for sticking with me through it and having faith, misplaced or otherwise, in my ability to do this. God, I hate to even give up on this because I've never really done that on the channel before, but I might have to just do it with this one because I just don't get it. But I want to thank you guys for sticking with me regardless, and I hope you'll understand. Maybe you can point me to some sort of a guide that provides info on the puzzles without giving the solutions. You know, something that gives me the instructions on what I need to know to solve the puzzle without actually telling me what the puzzle's solution is. Maybe I can find something like that and keep going. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you've enjoyed this series thus far, make sure you hit that like button. feel free to comment. Let me know one way or the other in the comment section down below. And regardless of whether we keep going on this or whether we pick something new, I want to thank you guys again. You're awesome, and I will see everybody in the next episode. Catch you guys later.